Let's be honest. Life after 50 can feel like standing at the edge of a cliff. The kids are grown, the career might be winding down, or maybe it's over. And if you've experienced a loss, be it a loved one, a marriage, or your health, you might be asking yourself, what now? Hi, Guillermo Vidal here, bringing you some ideas about how to create your best life on this program about aging fearlessly. And hopefully together we can build something great. This feeling of being at the edge of a cliff is a strange feeling, isn't it? You've spent decades with your purpose defined for you, being a parent, building a career, taking care of others. But now the noise is quieted, the calendar is emptier. And in that stillness, a question often rises. What am I here for now? That's the beauty and the challenge of life after 50. It's a scary time of transition and change, but it's also a time of incredible opportunity if you can overcome your fears. Now here's some things to remember. Redefining purpose isn't about reinventing your entire life. It's simply about going deeper into who you truly are, now that the roles you once played have shifted or faded. Now this is the time when you need to start asking yourself, what lights you up now? What makes you feel alive? What wisdom have you gained that's worth sharing? And these are the questions that matter. Not what society thinks you should be doing at this age. That doesn't matter at all. Now, a lot of people think purpose has to be tied to a title or a paycheck. You and I have been surrounded by people like this all of our lives. In fact, I was one of those people. But as I've gotten older, I've learned that real purpose is quieter than that. It's the feeling you get when you're being useful in a meaningful way. It could be mentoring someone who's just starting out. It could be volunteering, creating, teaching, or simply being present for someone who needs a listening ear. It could be writing, painting, gardening, or traveling with intention. But whatever it is, it doesn't have to be big or tied to some compensation to be meaningful and valuable to you and to the world. The hardest part of these kinds of life changes come, of course, if you lost someone or something significant, whether it's a partner or a role you once loved or your sense of identity. There's a lot of grief that comes when these kinds of changes. But grief can completely disorient you. Yet the thing is that grief, as painful as it is, often clears the space for something new to emerge. It softens us, deepens us, makes us more attuned to what truly matters. During the time of grief, it's important to give yourself the okay to feel lost for a while. That actually is a big part of the process. Grief can come in waves too, so don't rush it. Accept the cycles as they happen, knowing that at some point they will subside. But don't underestimate what life can bring you after this storm has passed. Also remember that you still have a lot to give, a lot to experience, a lot to receive. Purpose after 50 isn't about proving yourself anymore. It's about expressing your true self. You've lived through heartache, success, failure, joy, and everything in between. And frankly, that kind of experience can't be faked, but it can't be wasted either. There are people out there who need to hear your voice, your story, your perspective. But this stage of life is also for you, for your joy, for your curiosity, for the version of yourself that may have been put on the back burner for years while you were busy taking care of everything else. Now maybe your purpose right now is simply to heal or to rest. Maybe it's to start a small business or take up photography or help raise your grandchildren. The truth is, purpose isn't a one-time discovery. It evolves with you. Your purpose can change, and that's a good thing, and that's just something to remember now at your age. So if you're feeling like you haven't found yours yet, let me assure you, it's not too late. In fact, you may be closer to it than you've ever been. So here's my encouragement to you. Take the pressure off. Let go of who you used to be and stay open to what your life is trying to become. The second half of your journey isn't a slow fade. It's a chance to burn brighter in ways you've never imagined. You still have purpose. You still matter. And the world still needs you and what you can give. See you soon.